Dang it goes Rebels.
Most likely inside Jaeger.
Would Medusa's gadget be better if it didn't give away an upper's position? Yeah. If it was a perfect world, right? I would make Medusa's gadget so that it's interactive, right? Either you make it so it's like Kavera and Vigil, where you can remotely activate it. Like you click a button and like it'll just activate, and it has like a charge like Kavera and Vigil that charge up and down. Or I would make it like Maestro, where you go on it, or if you like whip out your phone, but you don't obviously have any like information like Dokebi's when she calls, for example, and then you can activate them. Because that means that one, your teammate is out of the fight when using the gadget, which makes it very, very weak, I would say. Or two, you need to have information the enemy is coming. Like a Jaeger playing blue in Clubhouse, and Jaeger goes, "Yo, Medusa, can you activate your whoop whoop machine? I hear enemies." And she activates it. Right? There's interaction, communication, decision making. But now it's just you slap it down, and it just acts as an AI unit, and it knows exactly when people are there. And the second they get close, the second they're within range, it instantly automates, gives away a sound cue for the defender, slows the attacker, and the attacker can't kill it. Unless you're a specific operator. And that's really oppressive. Like, where's this? Like, I can put this gadget here. Right here. Actually, let me put it like right here. Right? Look. This covers the entire garage almost, right? I can put that right now at 26 seconds into the prep phase. Or what's left of the prep phase. And I can go all the way over here. Right? It can be 1 versus 1 clutch. 3 minutes later. My teammate is sitting here. The garage cam is dead. And he hears, ooh, and he knows it's garage.
Down to 10 seconds.
Because I put my gadget there 3 minutes earlier in the prep phase with no intention of it clutching the round, but it will. You know what I mean? There's zero skill, there's zero decision making. It's just like, if you're unlucky, you can't play the game. And you can't clutch. Imagine with 3 of these alive, how do you clutch in Pro League? If you accidentally walk into one without knowing it's there, they know where you are and you get slowed. That's super silly. Like, look, it covers all of Bull. From there to there. Anyone in this area will get slowed now. And they got a melee in the middle of the room now to get rid of it. That's crazy. Someone said, see you complain about it now, but when everybody figures her out, you'll be fine. What is there to figure out? The albino gamer, how do you figure that out? You can't do anything about it. The only thing I can do is I can stop moving and not go into her zone. But if I want to win, I have to do it. There is no figuring out. There's no skill. I'm fighting. You don't get it. I'm not fighting the player. I'm fighting an AI unit. It's like playing chess against a fucking insane bot that makes no mistakes. I'm not fighting against a person that put down the gadget. I am fighting the gadget itself. It has perfect calculation of range. It always works. It knows exactly when to activate, when to stop, and it always makes a sound cue. I am fighting the impossible opponent. I'm not fighting my opponent itself. You know? Thank you, Siege Toilet. Nuke doesn't counter it even. I don't want to play Nuke to counter a gadget when Nuke sucks. You know what I mean? TLDR, if I'm not playing Thatcher, Sophia, Sledge, or Ash, I can't play the game. And I need someone to ADS clear if there's an ADS for it. Like, I just can't play the game anymore. You know what I mean? I need to play Thatcher every single round, and then I can play myself. But then I'm not going to help my teammates because I always want to play the game. You know what I mean? It's pretty absurd. Oppressive is a bit... it's very oppressive, right? That's all I can say. Is there a way to shoot it? No, you can't shoot it. You need to melee it. You need to walk through 6 meters of slow in a choke point without knowing where the opponents are. And then you gotta melee it. It does seem very strong. This is just slam it down and it does all the work. Like, you can literally be blind and deaf, but still, it's like playing Lion. I told you that story about Fabian at it wasn't Raleigh Major. It was at Atlantic City, where we're scrimming backstage, and Fabian's monitor just like it stops working. It's black screen. But Fabian picked Lion, right? And then Fabian had no like the ESL admins came and they took his monitor and they moved they ran with it. Like they replaced it. Oh, Fabian was still Lion. And we were like, Fabian, can you still like play? He's like, let me check. Am I moving? He's like, yeah. Okay. Fabian, when we tell you to press middle mouse button to use the Lion gadget. And we literally won 4v5 because even though Fabian was AFK, he had 3 Lion charges. So with every single execute, we say, oh, Fabian, press middle mouse button. Fabian didn't know what was happening, right? Unless he looked at our screen. He had no monitor himself. We won with ease because we still got the full power of Lion despite Fabian not having a monitor. And that's literally what this Medusa shake feels like. It doesn't require skill. And you can counterplay it. Just like you can play mute against Lion in like specific... It's like EMPs don't counter her. It just enables you to actually do something about it. It doesn't counter her, you know what I mean? Like there are no hard counters. And everything that counters her is meant to be used on something else. Like bandit charges, mute jammer, shields, like soft wall utility, like killing people in corners with nades. So it's kind of... yeah. Someone said we have 4 weeks trying to counter this Medusa and decide how OP it is. How do you counter it? I'm telling you, I don't like... This guy knows exactly where Sophia is. Not because of a camera and people telling him where he is with the communication, but because the gadget is just telling him where it is. It's not a teammate on a Valcam saying, oh, he's in the double door, let me spot him. No, it's just he can't play the game. How do you count? We have 4 weeks, I get it. But what do you suggest you do to counter it? If it's a Valkyrie on a camera using his mouth to articulately and perfectly explain where the enemy is for a pre-fire or a bulletproof like in that hallway, I think that's perfectly justifiable. It requires a teammate to be on it. But you don't need a teammate on it with that trap. Either you give it health so you can destroy it, you can shoot it out so it doesn't work, or anything, right? EMPs should destroy them, not disable them, right? For sure. Twitch drones should disable them, maybe, not destroy them, because Twitch drones kind of like, you can just cheese that. It's like, there needs to be something massively changed to the interaction of her gadget, or she's just not gonna make you want to play the game anymore, I don't feel like. Someone said, oh no, barbed wire over there, I don't want to play the game anymore. It's nothing like barbed wire. Barbed wire covers a 1 meter radius. You can walk past it if it's poorly placed. You can melee it from like a mile away without getting punished because most people put barbed wire incorrectly. Even in Pro League, people fuck it up. This one covers 12 meters, 360 through floors even, supposedly. And you can't destroy it unless you walk through 6 meters or slow to melee it. That's my point. It's nothing like barbed wire, not even in the slightest. It's like having 6 barbed wires.
Pretty sure I'm really having hard
Talk. What would the Ace's fine-tune be? What I would do to fix Ace, right? First, I would fix the reload bug on the Fuse AK. It's a very, very... like, it happens every single time. A reload bug where it like the animation and the sound cue and the ammo refill isn't synchronized. So the sound comes and the animation comes, but you don't get bullets back. You gotta wait like a half second after. So that's bullshit. Fix that. Then nerf the AK. Make it from 45 damage to like 38, 39. Right? That's what I would do. Keep the recall. Keep the angle grip. That's fine. Keep 31 bullets. That's fine. Then I would either nerf the gadget by making it, first of all, less loud. Because holy shit, I can't hear the game. And then situationally, we'll have to see. Maybe he should only have 2 charges. Maybe he should lose his smoke grenades. I'm not sure. Maybe the smokes on him are fine. It's a good meta changer. Maybe it is. But the weapon has to get massively nerfed. And he needs to get the reload bug fixed because it's just like shitty gameplay. As I said, I don't think Ace is that big of a deal. I think people are like overdoing it. But that's the thing. Maybe he will be super overpowered. We don't know. Whereas like with Medusa, she just is overpowered in my opinion. Like I don't see how she wouldn't be. Like nothing's gonna change that unless they nerf her.
10 seconds to go.
And you might say, oh, but Pengu, people might not play her in Pro League. And that's true. Maybe her pick rate won't be high like Goyo's. And Goyo's pick rate in rank was really low. But that doesn't mean she's not broken. Just because someone doesn't play her doesn't mean she's balanced.
diffuser is
Because
no
she's a
longer
boring
in
operator to
possession.
play. Her gadget isn't fun,
Diffuser is
but it
now
is very, very strong. What that means is that she'll be played in Pro League a lot, but not in ranked. And therefore they want to nerf her because nobody plays her in ranked. And that's the issue. Dang it, Jeff Sky. I know it sounds silly, but what if we say when something's unfair for everyone, it's somehow fair? I mean, it's not a bad point to put it, and I think you're referring to Medusa. If something is unfair to everyone, isn't it fair? And in one way you can say, yes, everyone can play Medusa. Everyone can abuse it. And that's why it's fair, because everyone can do it. But because something isn't fair doesn't mean it could be balanced better in this case, right? That's why we have rules and agreements, and in this case, we have a balancing team dedicated to fixing these things at Ubisoft headquarters. And that is why it is our duty to give feedback that she is way too oppressing as a character, in our opinion. Because, yes, I mean, my teammates will use her, I will use her, my opponents will use her. Everyone's suffering. But why does everyone have to suffer? Right? Why can't she be a character that's arguably fun, or at least requires skill or interaction? I don't think the gadget itself is too strong. I don't think having a 6-meter slow, I don't think that's broken. I don't think it is. I think the broken part is the laziness and the lack of interaction, that you don't need to do anything but just put it down. If you had to activate it, like with Caveira, like with Vigil, and like with Clash, with a meter going up and down and make decisions. Imagine Vigil was always invisible. Imagine Caveira was always silent stepping. Imagine Clash could infinitely zap people. Would that be a fun mechanic? No, it wouldn't, unless you're playing the Clash, or playing the Vigil, playing the Caveira, or playing the Medusa. For everyone else, it's oppressing as fuck. Imagine trying to drone a Vigil. Imagine trying to listen for a Caveira. Imagine trying to run away from a Clash. It's not fun. It's oppressive, right? So, that's my point. It's not fun to play against. It's unfair to everyone, but it should be fun and unfair, if anything. There needs to be decision-making behind it. It can't just be a flat-out bot mechanic, like an AI unit doing it for you. Please tell me that you somewhat agree with me, Chad. Please tell me that you somewhat agree. You don't gotta always agree. But please tell me you at least somewhat understand where I'm coming from. That's his teammate. What the fuck?